I said that I would share my snacks with you. I only eat 2 meals per day, normally around 7:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. So I don't snack after my lunch, but mid-morning I do sometimes feel like I need a little snack. So here are my snacks today. So that's the dog in the background. My snacks today are espetadas, which is Portuguese for skewers. They're like little kebabs. And then strawberries. Everyone knows what strawberries are. Now, something I've noticed, I've watched people eat strawberries in America, particularly, that when they bite into the strawberry, it's white in the middle, and I think that's down to the variety. But the variety we have here, they are red through and through. And I live in an orange grove, and all around me are soft fruit farms. So it's really easy for me to get my hands on raspberries and strawberries. These are my little espetadas. They're so tangy. Starting off with a gherkin, followed by an olive, followed by red bell pepper, followed by a tiny pickled onion. The only thing I don't like about these is that they have a little plastic skewer, but I do wash them and save them and use them again. A top tip about learning Portuguese or translating Portuguese is that if you go online and you want to translate any words, then use Bing, because Bing Translate, you actually use European Portuguese instead of Google, which is generally Brazilian Portuguese. I get these from Mercadona. I think they're less than a couple of euros, and I can eat a whole jar of these in a week. So this is a really healthy snack. You can eat it any time of day, but I save it for mornings with my morning coffee. What could be better? Pickles and coffee. And then for my sweet snack, I have washed these. I have some beautiful local strawberries. I remember when I was a child, we used to put a little bit of sugar on them. I think that's how we remember strawberries being so much sweeter. But these are really lovely. I've actually got a funny story to tell you about strawberries. My husband loves cake. He's absolutely obsessed with cake. If ever he says he's going to check the tire pressures on my car, I know that he's actually going to the pasteleria to check out the cakes. Anyway, one day I walked into the pasteleria and I was going to get my husband a strawberry cake. So the word for strawberry is Morango, and the word I asked for was frango. So I asked for a cake of frango and not a cake of morango. And actually frango, which sounds similar to morango, means chicken. So I asked for a cake of chicken, and there was a lot of laughter, and I haven't forgotten the Portuguese word for strawberry since.